Be honest.
What?
What do you think of the new look?
What?
That didn't happen before, right?
No.
So for context, everybody, we ended during the Act 3 transition, and apparently because that's during a preparing for a long rest situation, I literally could not get Toaster to join my game today from that save, so I had to load an old save. So we're before the Act 3 transition right now, and I guess Shadowheart is blonde now from no longer being a Shadow Heart. And this wasn't here last time, I don't think, because I don't think it would have let us sleep without it doing it.
I'm so confused. When did she dye her hair? What conversations have happened? I guess, this save point is...
I don't think she dyed her hair. I think it's that she transitioned out of being under, what's her name's evil influence, and...
Well, but she was...
So now her hair is different.
Well, but she was... When we saw her as a kid, before she was taken, she had black hair.
Maybe the stuff
So
affected her? I don't know. Well,
I don't know.
We don't know if her dreams are real. In fact,
That's
I
fair.
think we know.
No,
I think wasn't it confirmed the wolf memory is not real?
No, it was confirmed that part of the wolf memory was suppressed, so she didn't see the wolf turn back into her father.
Oh.
Anyway, what would Canth say to this? I'm so shocked. When did she get time to do this? So just so that everyone is aware,
I don't know if she manually did it. It might be magic.
I mean, she just says, "What do you think of the new look?" So I mean, it seems like something she chose to do.
I guess we'll pick something instead of guessing anymore.
I love it.
Well, I'm glad someone does. Perhaps I'll get used to it. I have a lot to get used to right now.
Her hair also changed, right? Like the shape?
No, I don't think so.
Didn't she have bangs? I thought. Anyway.
She did have bangs, but doesn't she have bangs here? Are they just, or are they swept aside? Yeah, they're swept aside. Gotcha.
Yeah, she had like a flat,
less pleasant aspects.
Yeah.
Thing.
Fine.
Hair words.
What's on your mind?
Yeah, no, she's got no new dialogue. Maybe the new patch. So there was a new patch that apparently fixed a bunch of broken flags as well as a bunch of other things. So maybe this was just a flag that we weren't able to get. The dog wants to talk to you, as an aside.
Maybe. Yeah, who knows how many things were broken on various characters. Womp womp.
The dog wags his tail. A small bag
Gimme.
He gives in and surrenders.
Wow, a
his
torch.
final key.
Thanks,
Scratches
puppy.
tongue lolls out happily.
We sure saved you, and I get inconsequential items periodically from it. Why can't you find potions?
I can't believe Shadowheart has silver hair now.
Yeah.
I'm like really taken aback by that.
Yep. That just destroys her place in the tier list.
I mean,
How will you ever cope now?
She had a real good goth look before. But I'm more just confused why we loaded an old save and now.
Yeah, because we're playing on February 18th today. A big patch happened at some point. So.
But this is after I changed my hair, so we already had the conversation with Aelin.
Yeah, I think
I think this is literally right before we just long rested to end the act, or right after we left to end the act.
Maybe. All right, now we're back where we left off. Now it's waiting for us to finish our long rest, I think, but also, anyone talking down there? Where are we? It's like a whole new location. Why did you do that?
Because I wanted to explore.
You can walk normal.
You can probably set the fairy free now that we're not in the Shadow Cursed lands and the curse has been lifted.
Aren't they little shits?
Yeah, probably.
I've continually learned that fairies are bad, which is surprising because most of children's media makes you think they're going to be good, but then everything else, all cultural context and history points to them being really awful. And even Evil Dead Rise features a Gaelic lullaby who is about it's interesting. It's a woman singing a lullaby to a baby to keep it asleep so it doesn't cry and wake up the fairies and get her in trouble, while every other line is her calling out to the woman across the stream to go get her husband and save her because she's been kidnapped by the fairies, is being forced to raise their babies for her.
Unrelated to that thing that you were just saying.
Because you didn't hear any of it.
I wasn't paying attention. I heard you talk about the fairy thing, and you've told me about it before, so I kind of tuned out. Did you actually read the patch notes? Because there's one really big patch that is very exciting. You can now dismiss people from your party as you recruit people into your party.
So it's now one conversation instead of two to change party members.
Yes.
At long last. Why is it staring above me? Stop it.
Karlak sleeps outside. Damn. And Aelin and Isabel are over here as well.
Oh, sleeps outside the base.
Yeah.
This is a huge camp
Vestarian
area.
does as well. Ooh,
Isabel's more than half dead.
Your boyfriend is invisible.
Which one?
So you should probably go talk to him. Gale.
Oh, Gale?
He's not here right now, I think. Oh, Withers. Hey, buddy.
Oh, Gale's got an exclamation point over there. He's by Astarion.
Yeah.
I can see him.
The Absolute should be a thing of the past, and I with it. Yet, at the risk of angering Mistra further, I'm glad it didn't come to that, given what has come to light.
Oh, he thought he was gonna explode on the Absolute, didn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, we already passed the part he was supposed to die in. That's interesting. I didn't think that was like an optional confrontation that you could just not interact with. You seem to be in a good mood. I thought you might be more subdued after coming close to blowing up. Where the fuck did Karlak come from?
Indeed. Under other circumstances, I might have been subdued or ashamed. But after what we saw, I must admit, I'm excited. The Elder Brain. But more importantly, the crown that it wore. Even without seeing it for myself, I could sense it. Netherese magic. So pure, so complete. I doubted what I was feeling at first. Most Netherese artifacts contain only the faintest amount of their former power, the ghost of an echo of a memory. That crown was different. I can't fathom how such a wonder survived. Surely everything of its ilk was destroyed along with Netheril itself, but no matter. It exists. I must learn more of it.
Can't believe that the character you hate is Beck. Nope. What's that popping I'm hearing? Is your microphone being weird?
I was plugging my microphone back in. He's not Beck. How dare
He's
you?
Beck.
How is he
The
anything
endless
like
hunger.
Beck? No, there's a big difference.
He's
There's
feeding
a big
force
difference.
that's outside of himself.
Yeah, but
And also Beck's gonna die by exploding.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I've seen the connection now.
So, you're dropping the whole blowing yourself up thing. You think I'll just forget about that?
Likely not. If I've done damage to your opinion of me, then I'm truly sorry. But if this crown amounts to what I suspect it is, then your faith will soon be restored, and then some. It's clear crown and brain are intrinsically connected. Given the pressing urgency of us smiting the latter, understanding the former could make all the difference. We
That was
need to learn more about what we saw. An artifact as powerful as that crown must have been documented somewhere. As luck would have it, we'll soon find ourselves near one of the finest book collections this side of Candlekeep. Sorcerous Sundries. I need to go there and learn all I can.
I think that was a case of a smart-ass sounding comment being a little too obscure in what it means and what the character interprets it as and what the whole follow-up is. But the, just like, I'm just like, we're just not talking about you exploding, and that was on the table still. Like, it's not like you were exploding for fun. So I'm just like, how are we just not talking about the exploding part anymore is what I mean. and his response, I don't even really get what he meant for the most part, or what that was supposed to mean. Whatever. I guess he thinks now he can stop himself from blowing up if he gets the crown or something. Because like the whole point was that his exploding was apparently unstoppable, so he might as well do it at the absolute. But then we beat the absolute.
We didn't beat the absolute.
I've lost the lore. So the absolute, who did we beat?
Merkel, the god of bones.
Who is the absolute?
Who is it? The absolute was the gigantic brain that flew off to Baldur's Gate.
Right. Then why did he introduce this conversation like it was done then?
Because we saw the brain when we were there as it was rising out of the pit, and I presume if we brought Gale there would have been an option to let him suicide bomb the brain.
Maybe, but I'm just like, it's not from his perspective in this timeline where that never happened. We can't react to that possibility. Like, it's just.
What do you mean?
Well, he doesn't know what was going to happen in a different timeline. He's still going to explode, and there's still a brain. Like, the fact that it moved doesn't really change his mission, as far as I can tell.
Sure, but he's saying, like, Mystra sent me on this mission to kill the brain at the earliest opportunity in the Shadow-Cursed lands before it starts to wreak havoc everywhere.
Yeah, but his
now
dialogue
it is
was
free.
weird. Like, his weird dialogue was like, oh man, cool, my burdens were freed. What a relief. I don't have to do this anymore. I'm like, what? Why? You still explode. There's still an absolute. Go get it.
Well, no, I think he's saying, like, my opportunity is past, and now he literally started it by saying, like, well, I had fear of Mystra getting angry, but still, I would have been subdued had we dealt with that situation in any other way, but it is what it is, and now we just need to move on. Like, I think he's saying his homework is now being delivered late, is what he's complaining about.
I don't know. Why would a Baldurian magic shop be the first place we look?
Sorcerer's Sundries is no mere trading post. It's been serving the arcane community for centuries. Their collection of rare tomes is unparalleled. Netherese texts are hardly commonplace, but I'm certain they'll have one or two stashed away. You'll have to forgive my eagerness, but if my suspicions prove to hold water, this could be the answer to all our problems.
All right. I don't think it's gonna work out that way, buddy, but okay.
I was concerned when I saw Shadowheart creeping about with a blade in the dead of night, but it was just to cut her hair, it seems. It suits her.
What? Doesn't everyone have a blade all the time? I'm glad we have Jaheira traveling with us. Did you know her from before?
Only by reputation. She was present when we marched against Ketheric Thorm, but on the far end of the battle lines from where I fought. And in the chaos that ensued, well, our forces were scattered. I led some to safety, but never learned of her fate. I'm glad to hear she survived. Though in truth, I should not be surprised. She was always said to be formidable and cunning. I could have learned much from her, no doubt.
You seem to admire her greatly.
There is much to admire, judging by the stories. I cannot help but wonder how she would have handled some of the challenges I faced as Archdruid. Would she have helped the refugees? Defended the Grove? Controlled Korga? At least now we can benefit from her presence, and perhaps work to a common goal.
Feel like I haven't gotten to know you properly yet.
What would you like to know?
Don't take this the wrong way, but you're quite large for an elf.
I am? Trust me, it's been said. You show more restraint than most in avoiding the subject until now.
You don't have to talk about it if you don't want to.
It's a natural question, but I don't have a good answer, I'm afraid. Perhaps there's a half-orc buried somewhere in my ancestry. Or perhaps not. Sometimes I think conventional wisdom is too narrow about what someone can or cannot be. Stranger things have most certainly happened.
That I have was just very well performed. Do you have people out there somewhere? Family, friends, a lover, perhaps?
You're not a doppelganger, are you? Trying to study me to learn all my secrets so you can take my place?
No, I'm trying to...
Save for me. My line perished a long time ago. They rest in high forest now, near the shade of the grandfather tree. The grove became my family, with Sylvanus as my teacher. And now I have you.
You're better off with me anyway? You didn't answer the part about lovers.
I'm 350 years old. Of course there have been lovers. Just because I love nature doesn't mean I'm betrothed to it. Though sometimes nature needs reminding.
Hold on, nature needs reminding of what exactly?
Well, I didn't pick this scar up in battle. I was in wild shape, only I forgot it was the season when bears are particularly social. A she-bear claimed me as her own and did not appreciate being spurned.
Oh. Don't leave me hanging. Is there someone in your life right now?
Right now, I bed down alone, I'm afraid. Perhaps once I talk less of curses and parasites, my fortunes will improve.
How did you become to be a druid?
I had a friend when I was young, long ago. He played with me in the forests where I grew up. But eventually, I realized no one else had heard of him. It was Daniel, of course. Nature was my very first friend. I get older, but he hasn't changed a day. I knew then that I had to be more than a companion to him. I had to be a protector.
Tell me something about yourself I wouldn't even think to ask, even though you already said that you've got a fuck scar on your face.
I suppose you wouldn't be shocked to learn I love animals and nature? I know. Well-trodden territory. Well then, let's see. I whittle in my spare time, and I've something of a sweet tooth. Although everyone's very amused when I say I like honey.
Oh no. All of these traits are Dean from Password.
You can have him. Ugh.
It's very funny that we like. And it makes sense because he's mentioning Thaniel and whatnot. But I'm like, we straight up unlocked this guy's party dialogue in Act 3. He's been around for so long, and he just turned into party character out of nowhere.
I am so looking forward to the point when you spurn Will and make sweet love to Halsin, and then the whole party dynamic is fucked, and Will leaves the party forever.
Turn into a bear and you like honey, a little on the nose.
I like what I like. Once you get to my age, you realize there's little point in denying yourself, so long as others aren't affected.
Unlike you irony-poisoned bastards. I'm just sincere. Sorry, that's a problem. Whittling, what do you make?
Ornaments, utensils, and ducks. I like ducks.
I like trains. Thank you for sharing.
Thank me by returning the favor, why don't you? Come on. I'm sure you've something better than carving wooden ducks.
I live in mortal fear of krakens, though I've never actually seen one.
Well, they are fierce creatures from what I understand. But as long as you avoid the high seas, I think you can consider yourself safe.
Weirdly accurate to me being upset about the ocean, okay? That's enough for now.
Anytime.
How am I holding up in your estimations?
Given the circumstances, you're faring as well as can be expected, I suppose.
That was less positive than it could have been. Alright, well, that was Halson. He has Act 1 party dialogue now. What a twist. What's down here? Oh, it's
Withers.
It's the Withers. Goofy man Withers. How do? And there's a berry bush. It's my berries now. Wow. It was a raspberry. I think we're probably ready to just rest.
Whatever you want to do.
I don't see any more exclamation points. Curious what Act 3 will bring. What you doing?
Nothing. I got stuck in a combat animation and had to click.
Talking about boys?
The events of the last days weigh heavily upon you. Sleep's rest is slow to come to one whose mind is so full. The Absolute is not a god, but an elder brain controlled by the chosen of the Dead Three. They mean to use it to take control of the Sword Coast. All who carry the tadpole are governed by the brain and by extension the chosen. It will take but one order to transform them into an army of mind flayers. This would have been your fate too, were it not for the astral prison and the mysterious visitor inside of it. With his help, you have uncovered the cult for what it really is. A plan of conquest orchestrated by the gods of death themselves. Together, you have the power to thwart the Dead Three. If you follow this path to its end, the Elder Brain will not answer to the Chosen. It will answer to you. Will you liberate them from their parasites and their religious delusions? Or will you use the power you gain for your own purposes?
I will free everyone of this evil. I will be the hero that saves Baldur's Gate.
You will not have long to wait. All you need to do now is sleep. But sleep is not for you.
Hear me. Gather. The reckoning is upon us. The city thirsts for domination. March. Join.
We're under attack! Help me, or we lose everything!
I did a double take. I'm like, why does... I was like, why does Canth have my hair? Three turns remaining to escape to the portal before the Absolute takes control. Uh-oh. Okay, where's the portal? Oh, there's the portal. Okay, so we kind of have to book it, but we can get there. First turn is...
Astarion.
Astarion. Any tips? Let's see.
Attack. Or bonus action, hide, and then run as far as you can go. Or but maybe bonus action dash if he has it, and run. I don't remember what he gets, because I can't see his bar.
There's click heals from his food item, I think.
Does click heals? Yes, that's very, very helpful for him. So he'll want to click heals as his bonus action so that he can get an extra dash and then maybe just run directly to the portal and don't even try to engage with him.
Oh, I just wasted his turn. What did I even press?
How the fuck did he waste his turn?
Ah, fuck. Damn it. This game's frustrating. Okay.
How are you so bad? How are you so bad?
I just wanted to look at my fucking item and remind myself what my boots are, so I went to open my inventory and I hit C, which fucking wasted his action.
Yeah, well, okay. Well, you can still
crouch.
click heals with your bonus action and then run to the portal.
Yeah, it's just that I can't do...
We don't need you to do
as
anything.
him.
Just run.
So provoke an attack, 2 attacks of opportunity if I go for the run.
That's fine. He should be fine. He has 80 health. He's a ranger. Yeah, that's nothing.
And that's all I can do.
All right.
Blah.
Fight your way to the portal. I need your help.
And he could be doing better. Damn.
All right.
So they can do some damage.
Yeah.
Come quickly. I can't do this without you.
Rude how this guy has 2 health still.
No, nah. You summoned your thing and it moved the camera and made me waste my movement when I have multiple fucking things I can do. It's fine.
It can just be very frustrating that the game doesn't confirm your inputs. So it's just like, oh, you meant that, right? It just will fuck you over. Not enough resources, movement speed. Then why is it in my movement radius? This game is so strange. The movement circle just lies.
What are you trying to do? Are you trying to fly?
Yeah, it's just there's a big circle and it says not enough resources to go there.
Yeah.
Like, well, then why is it in my
Flying
circle?
takes up your movement radius. So if you don't need to fly specifically to get over something, just move normally.
The flying had larger range than normal movement did.
Yeah, it has larger range because you can fly directly over objects, but it still costs movement.
Yeah. It's just deeply confusing that the radius it shows me is just not true. Which is the entire purpose of showing me a radius. Summons can't aid? That's annoying. That's Lae'zel, okay. Oh, a new person summoned. That ended for all of us?
I hope
Okay,
my
the fight's
character
just-
didn't just die.
That orb is about to erupt!
They just leave all of our created characters behind and it's all party members now.
Well, I'm less worried about that and more worried about the fact that Canth was dead.
Don't punch the giant Guardians of the Galaxy skull, no.
Where am I?
You're right in front of us.
Okay.
All right, so everyone made it at least. But holy fuck, the health.
Time to see what new horrors waiting for us.
Alright, summon also here it is. Let's see, so that is... Is it a Gith fighting all the brains?
Yeah.
Hi Gashar Rashashar.
It's not over. Come to the skull.
All right. Get Asterion on high ground.
Currently on high ground. Oop. There we go. That's what he's for, right? Doing normal attack from stealth.
Yep. If you're already in stealth, then yes, use it. You should also have another turn now because he has Dread Ambusher. Okay.
Let's see, does she still have Shillelagh? I can't activate it anyway. Nope. Only a 30% chance of hitting? Oh, outside of normal range. And also sharpshooter all in. Collectively makes the... It only hit for 30. Dread Ambusher. On the first turn of each combat, ambush target with an additional swift and precise shot. Okay. Only a 30% chance of hitting still. Is Dread Ambusher toggleable?
No, it's just a thing that you get if it's on the first turn of combat.
I'm sorry, not Dread Ambusher. Sharpshooter.
Yes, it is, but you don't want it off. Just leave it on.
Even though I only have a 30% chance of hitting?
Yes. If you only have a 30% chance of hitting, it is better to use your action to hide. If you're already hiding, then just you can try to sneak attack, because you'll have advantage.
Okay, so I'll hide. So Dread Ambusher hide, I guess.
Yep. And if you still have an action, you can sneak attack because you should have advantage, which will give you a slightly higher chance to hit.
Let's see. Oh, extra attack. 55%.
There you go.
Crit. Does he still have more actions?
He should have 2 attacks and 1... So 2 actions and 1 bonus action, I believe.
I just hid again? The fuck? I attacked, then hid, then attacked, then hid. I kind of wish that the icons that show our actions were more obviously lit or unlit.
It's not over. Come
So
to the skull.
I'm always a little unsure which one I'm looking at.
Green dot is action, triangle is bonus action.
Yeah, I'm saying when they're lit or not lit. Like
When-
on the bottom of our screen, there are the icons for those actions, but it's not inherently obvious at a glance whether it's currently glowing or not.
What? Are you colorblind?
No, it's just like the green is never like that bright or that intense. So like when I'm looking at it at a glance, I'm like, I don't know for sure which green it is.
I think you might actually I'm not saying this as like a joke. You might be colorblind.
No, I don't think so. Because like
Because
the outlines of my
they're-
weapons are really bright green.
Sure.
I'm just saying
looking
that
at my
I'm just
action
saying
bar.
that I don't have the colors perfectly memorized. So when I'm just like glancing at the
Yeah.
interface, I'm like, it's kind of a dull green both times.
Oh no, but when your action bar is unused, when your action bar is over, that dot on the bottom of your bar should be like gray. It's like black. Same with the bonus action. They completely remove all the color.
Like I'm looking at it right now out of combat, and it's just kind of a dull gray. Like it's not bright. I wish it was bright. Like I wish it was as bright as the bonus action is. The bonus action is fucking bright orange. But that's a dark green.
I mean,
So I look at a dark green and I'm like, is that an action or not? 'Cause it looks like it could not be an action, and so there's moments where I'm not sure if I currently have an action.
it looks so different than when you don't have an action, when it's like completely
but I'm
blacked out
saying
in
I
gray.
can't compare what it does and doesn't look like at different states at any given moment because it only shows one.
Sure, but
So having to
it's either green or black.
Yeah,
Like, what?
I'm just saying it's iffy UX to have it be a dull green because that can be mixed up with it being not there. Like how
Can
when you
it
get,
though?
like,
It's
yeah,
so
like when you-
saturated.
'cause when you-
What?
no, I'm right and you're wrong.
I'm looking at it right now. I would never. It's like this is what
It's
you're
like
basically
when,
saying
it's like
is
when
like
you get let me finish. It's like when it's like okay, so the bonus action's really bright orange, right?
Sure,
Like
yeah.
perfectly saturated bright orange. When
Yeah.
you get rid of your bonus action, it becomes a dull orange. It doesn't become gray, it becomes dull. The green's already dull green. That's bad. It should be bright
no,
green.
the green
Like,
isn't dull green. It's very saturated, like moss green
yeah,
grass
but it
green.
should be bright green. Like all the greens, like there's a bunch of green squares all over my screen right now, and those are all bright. So that is dull by comparison. Why is it? It shouldn't be dull. It should be bright. Then I at a glance know that's bright and that's dull. Right next to it is a bunch of levels. There's a bunch of spell slots that are all bright cyan. It's just bad. It's just bad UX to have a bright orange and bright cyan, then a dull green next to each other, and be like, that's the interface. Like that communicates to me at a glance over and over again that I'm out of my action.
I just.
It just doesn't make sense. The brightnesses of the icons don't match, so it makes it look like there's not currently an action.
I don't know, man. I really don't know. You're talking like an alien to me because it looks like a bright green on my screen.
No.
It is very saturated, and then anytime the action or bonus action are taken up, it is very dark and clearly not lit up.
My issue is not whether or not it's clear when it's not lit up. I'm saying it's not clear when it is lit up.
I'm saying
And I
if
can't
there's
contrast the two because I can't be like, oh, does this look like that? Like, I can't see the other one. Well, it's currently this one.
Sure, but you just know that if it's gray, that it's not, and that if there's any color there at all, you have an action.
They made it darker than all the other ones.
I'm gonna buy you like a nice HDR OLED monitor as a gift because there's just no
free jar of
way.
Ritalin?
I truly.
I said jar, like it's Amicus's lube.
Before you do anything, I am your ally. We are in danger.
Geek abomination! By the one true sky, what is this madness?
The Githyanki is the source of our protection against the Absolute. I must subdue him, or everything we've worked towards is lost. Don't let my form deceive you. I am the one that's been protecting you. I am the one that came to you in your dreams. Help me.
I can't believe that the hot husbando who took the form that would most please us was secretly an Illithid with Illithid powers, and that's how they fought the Illithid powers to save us from the Illithid. I could have never guessed this.
This is the battle you are fighting.
The Honor God. Eliminate them. My forces are weakened by their assault, but with your help, subdue their master.
Oh, your dialogue disappeared.
Great. I got a nat 1 on a mind flayer detect thoughts roll. I'm gonna re-roll that with inspiration. There we go.
Despite your best attempts to be subtle, the mind flayer's awareness is everywhere. You blunder in its presence like a walk pup learning to walk.
You must be joking. I am telling you my thoughts directly into your head. But if you insist on taking a look for yourself, be my guest.
Nothing in your colorful existence to date could have prepared you for this. As the horror subsides, you are left with only one coherent thought. You must do whatever you can to subdue the Githyanki.
Happy? Now, join me. Fight!
Aid an illicit against Githyanki. We cannot. We must not.
Your blind loyalty will be your undoing, Lazel. Fight with me for your own survival.
Obey me blindly instead.
This is hard. This is a hard choice. I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
Together, we can turn the tide.
It's not over.
What did you press?
Come to the skull.
We'll join the fight.
You didn't say it. Okay.
It wasn't dialogue. It was just it was italics. It was just join the fight.
Yeah, I just think you didn't say what fight you were, what choice you were picking. Let's see. Where the fuck is jump? Okay, there it is.
This is Orpheus's honor guard, though. This is the thing that's confusing to me.
Maybe I should stay crouched forever.
I will not betray my people as a wild lion when like they've already tried to murder you. Just a goofy option. Oops. Man, I am far away.
Wow.
Okay, let's see if I can reach anything. All those are dead. They really had to flag the entire floor as being in combat without me getting into anyone's vision cone. Okay. Let's see. Oh yeah, flight definitely goes further than move. I think my movement is 30 feet, but my flight is 60 feet. Let's see here.
One day I'll catch a break.
Alright. It's as close as I'll get in a turn.
This will do nicely.
Good. That fuck up my stealth? Probably. I don't get a cunning. Okay, I don't get a dash action. She's still up. She's in combat upstairs. This is stupid. Oh, and I moved slightly too far, so I can't even jump. Okay. Oh no, dash will let me jump. She's all the way upstairs, and it counts as her being in combat.
You can jump for extra movement in this, by the way. In this place.
Oh, right, because jump goes further than normal in the low gravity.
Yeah.
That gives you like 500 movement speed.
Yeah.
Your nightmare canth. Why my camera? That was weird. When he took an action, my camera cut to my summon that isn't doing anything. Instead of showing what was happening.
Oh, fuck. I shouldn't have done that. Oh, well.
See here. High ground. Okay. I like 80%. What? Come on. Can't reach destination. How? Blinded. Peck those eyes out.
Oh, so this is Orpheus.
Don't tell him not to turn around.
I was so sure that the Dream Visitor himself was Orpheus.
What was Orpheus in this setting again?
The man, the other claim to the throne in the Githyanki, the more peaceful Gith. He's not a Githzerai, but the one who technically is Vlaakith's enemy.
There's even more Gith.
What?
There's even more Gith.
Well, no. So there's the Githyanki, which is one race, and the Githzerai. But the Githyanki are led by Vlaakith, but they could have been led by Orpheus. So Orpheus is like the original son of the original Gith, the woman named Gith, the queen. But in a coup, basically, Vlaakith took control, and Orpheus was considered a heretic. That's who Orpheus is. He's the guy right there. Nope, that's still a lot there. Die already. There we go. Jeez.
Isn't Orpheus also the guy that wasn't supposed to turn around? Yeah.
that wasn't supposed to turn around? What do you mean?
In Greek mythology.
Oh. Wait, are you thinking of Persephone, where she's not supposed to look back to hell?
I think it was Orpheus that was leaving and had to specifically not look back or he'd doom his lover. His music softened the hearts of Hades and Persephone, who agreed to allow Eurydice to return with him to Earth on one condition: he should walk in front of her and not look back until they both reach the upper world.
Yes, that's what it was. Gotcha.
So he dooms Eurydice by looking. Yeah. So I was like, Orpheus? Hang on a minute. There's a whole... I think there's a... Right, the Hades town is about that a lot, I think. The musical. But then obviously in the game Hades, Orpheus is your jukebox character.
Yeah.
And he's a sad boy. He's a Tumblr sexy man sad boy with eyeliner, and he's sad. Who am I kidding? Every character in that game is a Tumblr sexy man. I can't... Sorry. I'm not entirely prepared for how goofy your character looks now. He looks like a Power Rangers villain. His armor is wild.
My armor has been like that the whole game.
I know, but his hair is funnier now.
He's just... His hair is more normal.
And this
He has
place
his
is
hair in
like...
a ponytail.
This place is like highlighting his hair... He's like highlighting his armor colors more. He's just a funny man. He looks like Zed, I think his name was. His name's Zed? Lord Zed? Yeah. Oh, he looks... Yes, he looks like Lord Zed.
Yeah, his outfit does. I made that same joke earlier, but it's not because of his hair. His hair just looks like a guy with a ponytail.
He's a funny man. Anyway, it's still his turn.
I can't do anything. There you go.
Did you cast Detect Thoughts, then it just fell on your face? Just horrible
I
collapse.
succeeded on Detect Thoughts, but he just...
Ah, the sneak didn't work. Okay. Alright, I guess this is whole... Okay. I'm bad at Asterion. Get blinded, nerd. You can hold person in hell. 75% chance miss, no. Let's have you go first and get out of my way. You ready for some opportunity attacks, nerd? Look how fucking far away my summon was. Like, she was in combat all the way up on the island above the fight. That's fucked up. She wasn't even remotely close to the fight, and I had to spend the entire thing running here. Alright, Lae'zel.
I'm just looking at what I want to do. I think all she can do is attack, so we'll just do that.
I must regain control over the guitar. Don't look at me like that. I am a mind flayer. Yes. Without me, you would be a slave to the Absolute.
It's obscene to owe my life to a damned Gale. No more lies, no more tricks. I will have answers.
I ask again, who are you? And I'm going to need a name this time. Oh, I guess you're choosing?
Oh. It's surprisingly hard to tell who's playing. Let's see. This is awkward. I haven't even talked to you before. I always suspected you were a mind flayer.
I suppose it was considerate of you not to bring it up before. And I ask that you do not judge me for it now. It's like I said before. I'm just like you. An adventurer. I came from Baldur's Gate, though I was never one to be constrained by circumstance. I longed for more. That longing brought me to Moonrise Towers on a search for treasure. To a colony of mind flayers who caught me, changed me into what I am now.
Unfortunate how that cutscene loaded in and just made his tentacles flail.
I serve the Elder Brain, the one you know as the Absolute. I was a thrall like any other, but I was fortunate. I broke free and started a new life in my old city. I sustained myself on criminals, unglamorous, but there are plenty of them, rarely missed. And they fueled me while I did my work. I had the good fortune to meet Duke Stillmain. We formed a partnership, and through her, I became the governing force behind the Knights of the Shield, the largest mercantile operation in Baldur's Gate.
Mercantile.
People referred to me as the Emperor. Such was my influence, though of course they had no idea what I really was. My needs were sated. I was happy for a while, until my true nature was discovered by the tyrant himself, Lord Gortash. He tore me from my home and brought me back to the brain, where I became a slave once again. A slave he continued to call me Emperor. The name was intended as a slight, to remind me of the heights from which I fell. But I have grown fond of it. It encapsulates well who I've become.
Famously, criminals are completely ethical to just consume in mass. Jesus Christ. In a world that has kings. Let's see. The way they hit his face, I was like, is this supposed to be a reveal? Like, oh, it's a Baldur's Gate 2 party member. He became a mind flayer. Oh no. I don't think they were going to go for any of that. Let's see. The Githyanki in the sphere. Who is it?
Prince Orpheus, son of the first leader of the Githyanki.
Orpheus? Impossible. He was slain by Shastil Kithrak himself.
Quite possible, I assure you. His power has been the source of your continued protection against the voice of the Absolute. The power to disrupt hive mind communication. It is the same power that enabled Orpheus' mother to bring about the fall of the Elitid Empire eons ago. A power she passed on to him, and that I leveraged for you. When Orpheus' mother left, a usurper took her place. Vlaakith declared herself queen of the Githyanki. Vlaakith wanted his power, but Orpheus rose against her, and so she sealed him and his honor guard within this prison. Bound by infernal chains, Orpheus could never leave. Bound by duty, his guard never would. They were close to breaking my hold on that prince. And if they had succeeded, we would be lost. I am relieved. You have embraced your potential enough that you could help me eliminate them. Alone, Orpheus will be much easier to control.
Was it you or Orpheus that Vlaakith wanted to kill when she ordered us inside the prism?
Most certainly Orpheus. He is a threat to her reign. Some Githyanki still revere him in defiance of their teachings. Vlaakith was safe as long as they believed him to be dead. But as you can see, he is very much alive.
I don't understand. The histories claim the prince was burned to ash in the skies.
Your histories are fabrications. The prince was not killed. As you can very well see, he was in prison. She kept him this way because she was reluctant to eradicate such power. Power that she might one day wish to take from him. If the Githyanki ever find out what she has done, there will be civil war. Blackheath will be finished.
It's funny to me that he was like, it's kind of you then to have not brought it up sooner. And it's like, nah, Toaster stole over our interactions. I haven't talked to you since Act 1. This game has a few moments where we both get the scene in parallel and we don't interact with each other's scene, but that hasn't happened in like 30 hours.
Yeah.
The last few times this guy showed up, it was as your dwarf guy. I haven't actually talked to him in ages. How did Gortash and the other Chosen find out about the astral prism?
A very good question. One that I have been unable to answer. That Orpheus lives at all is ruinous to Blackheath. She has done everything in her power to keep his existence a secret. And that Gortash and the Chosen found out about it. This is impossible to explain. But it was important enough to them that Gortash sent me to retrieve it. The moment I found it, I felt a change. My free will returning. I followed the feeling inside and found Orpheus. I realized what the prison was for. Containment. While my body was within the prison's bounds, my mind was free. I could resist the Elder Brain, the Chosen. Better yet, I could plan to overthrow them. All I needed to do was subdue Orpheus and find allies in the outer world. You.
What happens if we free Orpheus?
That would be a terrible idea. The moment he is free, he will attack you. Your only defense would be to kill him, and in so doing, you would doom us both.
Even though he is subdued, you feel Orpheus's revulsion, a pulsing hatred that cannot be contained. The Emperor is telling the truth. To him, you are just another wretched illithid.
You carry a tadpole. As far as Orpheus is concerned, you are already a illithid, a sworn enemy, just like me.
You're alike in other ways, too.
I'm glad you think so. I agree. But there is one thing that you have that I do not. My original body was destroyed when I transformed. Yours continues to limit you. As an illithid, I have far surpassed who I ever was before. You, too, should embrace this change.
I mean, it might make you pretty useful.
I'm trying to avoid becoming a mind flayer. I thought you agreed to protect me.
I believe we'll have a better chance of defeating the Elder Brain if you embrace your latent illithid potential. I've been studying you for a while now. I believe I can trigger the next stage of your tadpole's life cycle while continuing to preserve your independence. You have seen what I can do. Imagine yourself with the same strength, the same intelligence, the same devastating beauty.
It is an upgrade.
If you let me, I can evolve you.
This is where the third ring of powers is hiding. You do this, and then you gain them. Otherwise, they're locked out forever, probably.
You should do it. I don't really need any more. You should do it. You should do it.
No, absolutely
Why not? You're
not.
the one that. Why? You're the one that has all the powers. That would be super helpful.
I do not have all the power. You have more illithid powers than I do.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
I have like no, I have like 3 of them.
I also don't use any. I also only have like 3 of them.
Maybe the newest ones will be better. I don't think I have I don't think I can have a choice in this because you're the one in the dialogue. We should do this. Worst case scenario, we just reload.
That is annoying. We don't get to choose. Let's see. I'll make a save just so we can look at the animation. Non-canon tentacle.
Why don't you want to do it?
Mode. Because I want to be a half-orc.
Yeah, but you could be a hot squid man instead.
No.
Think about that mouth.
No. They do. The worst thing about the illithid is they don't get to use any of what they've got in fun ways. They just suck. They're just old teeth and mind control, life ruining tadpoles.
They have 4 tentacles. The tadpoles, they fish out of a pool like yerks. They don't spit them into the brains of the people that they're making out with.
Every interaction I've seen those tentacles have is people's heads being bitten in half. And they don't even have bottom jaws. It's like, I don't get, it's like, I'm always like, how would people find the saying Haley hot in fucking Halo? I'm like, they don't even have a bottom jaw. You can't even kiss. It's gross. It's just the whole, there's like a weird opening there that's just drooling constantly. I'm so upset. Do it. I'd like to evolve because I just saved.
Whatever this gig offers is no gift to you.
You continue to surprise me. Your mind is truly something special. Now, hold out your hand. It wants to evolve, but it cannot do so alone. It must commune with another.
Must commune with another?
Yeah.
Oh, to me. Right. Let's see. Eat it.
A coldness seeps through your veins as the tadpole awakens, its yearning almost unbearable. Your mind is a veritable feast. The tadpole's essence courses through you. Where it touches, your flesh, glands, organs contract and flood with pure thought. You feel different. Your body has never felt more connected. Your mind present in every flex of a joint or muscle.
You are exquisite. When your allies see what you can do, I hope you encourage them to try it for themselves.
See? You didn't even turn into a...
But we mustn't lose focus.
We look in a mirror and we look completely different.
You heard the chosen. The brain has gone to the city, and the army marches to follow. We must not let them reach it. We must find the brain and bring it under our control.
Half illithid. You have embraced stereomorphosis and become half illithid. You can now unlock even more powerful psionics. I'm kind of disappointed that there wasn't like an upsetting TF sequence.
So yeah, that just seems like a solid buff for you. You should probably keep that.
No, I don't want it.
Okay.
It's just a basic thing. Like, I don't want to be half psionic or half illithid.
Well, look at the powers that you have access to at the very least.
I've opened it. Fractured Psyche. Invade a target's mind and disrupt its defenses. The target's armor class is reduced by 1. Illithid Expertise. You have deepened your sense of self, gained expertise in persuasion, deception, and intimidation checks. That's the one I have access to. Psionic Dominance. When an enemy within 60 feet targets you with a spell of level that is lower than or equal to your proficiency bonus, you can use your reaction to nullify the spell. Black Hole. Create a point of intense gravity that pulls in all nearby enemies and possibly slows them. Fly.
You get free
You get
flying
Yep.
with no action or bonus action.
You do it.
I can't.
Mind blast. Spew forth a conical wave of psychic energy and possibly stun targets within.
Free cast?
Mind Sanctuary. Sculpt a magical nexus that allows those within to take actions with bonus actions interchangeably. Free cast. You have discovered a marvelous adaptability within yourself. Spell slots, charges, and similar resource costs for your next action or spell are removed. Refreshes
get-
after long rest.
Free spell slots.
For my non-spellcaster.
I mean,
Absorb
you have
intellect.
spells?
Gobble up a foe's intellect, lowering their intelligence by 1 per turn and healing your wounds for 5 turns. Displacer beast shape. Transform into a displacer beast that can displace itself and enemies and has 85 hit points. That's the most appealing one, is having a fucking
Yeah, you have a
druid
better
form.
wild shape, yeah. I don't know. Doesn't seem like there's a downside to this.
I don't know if I want to be a gross little guy.
You're not being a gross little guy. You're a half-orc.
How dare you?
I mean, I'm just saying, it seems like you keep your character, so...
This is gonna have consequences. I started typing Baldur's Gate 3 does becoming Illithid, and I was gonna say does it affect the endings, and it auto completed to does becoming Illithid affect romance?
All it does is give you glowy eyes, like being a Sith in KOTOR.
All it does is give you glowy eyes.
So, there you go. If that's what you're worried about, that's all it does.
Let's see. It looks like becoming full Illithid is a different choice. Bleh. It would be fun to have a Displacer Beast form to add to my other forms.
Yes, it would. And having free cast for the opportunities where you can cast spells.
So to get Displacer Beast, I need to get Stage Fright. Your targets have disadvantage on attack rolls and take 2 to 12 psychic damage each time they miss. Oh, this is
You
an
can have
activated
all
thing.
of the tadpoles for now if you want, because I truly they're not really useful for a melee character.
Let's see. Free cast. You have discovered a marvel. Spell slots,
Cold the Weak
charges.
is really good too.
Spell slots, charges, and similar resource costs for your next action or spell are removed. So it's just a base. It's basically a bonus high-level spell slot.
Do you have Cold the Weak already?
No, I don't think
That
so.
could be very, very good.
Well, I was just working towards free cast, so I bought
Yeah.
Shield of Thralls.
Yeah,
I think I
that's
was
good.
worried about Cold the Weak because it's like yes, it kills things, but it causes explosions. I think and they're ones
It
I
does
don't
not.
control.
It doesn't. It causes damage to enemies. To enemies. I don't think there's any friendly fire for it.
Oh, I think it was more that I didn't have that many spells yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if
mean,
they fall to a
it
number
doesn't
of health
matter if-
that's below my number of spells, then
No, it's number of illithid powers.
yeah, that's what I mean is I didn't have that many upgrades yet, so I didn't think that was going to amount to much. But now that I have
Gotcha.
more of them, it's a bit better. But
That could be good.
because now the threshold's actually something other than like 2. Yeah,
Yeah.
it does do an explosion of 1 to 4 psychic damage to all nearby enemies.
But
Or
it's only
by
enemies.
people.
There's no.
It says
no
creatures, so it's
other-
everybody.
I've used it before. I've used it on my console run. It doesn't hurt
Okay.
your friends.
Well,
It's fine.
I'm just going off of the information the game gives, which is not helpful. Let's see. Do any of these people have tadpoles? It's apparently I'm just going to become horrible. I ripped out an eye, and now I've got illithid brain. I got peer pressured into becoming a monster by Toaster. This is how easily manipulatable I am in real life. Why are some of these intellect devours green and some of them are red? Yeah, it's kind of weird.
I mean, if you really don't want to use it, you don't have to, but it seems really useful for you specifically, where we're trying to get you as much utility and damage as we can possibly give you.
It's fine. Me and Will just bond over the monsters we're becoming. Nope. She's all the way up. God, I have so many buttons. I need to move my bars to show all these buttons.
Save really quick.
1 second. Nope, nothing on that. As I was checking all the bards.
The orb hums with cerebral magic, permeable but impenetrable. Within it, the Githyanki prince is as silent as a corpse, but for the murmur of his powers being siphoned away.
Did they just say permeable but impenetrable? An interesting sequence of things to say. Let's see. Displacer Beast. Class. Okay, so now I have a third transformation. I have 2 wild shapes, and I have a long rest, non-druid transformation. That'll be fun. Alright, and I can fly.
Flying is going to be really helpful for you.
I can just fly now. Having a normal one there. Alright, where is the plot?
Right here.
Oh.
I have to talk to my wife.
Sorry about getting kidnapped by Lilith and then turning into one.
Orpheus, Gith's only son. He lives. It is not the Gale visitor that Vlaakith would destroy and Voss would set free. It is Orpheus, the blood of the mother, the prince of the comet.
Orpheus, the very same who fought Vlaakith for the Githyanki throne.
Listen close. The Emperor spoke only in half-truths. Let us remember our history together. Long ago, when we rose up against our gay slavers, Mother Gith made for the Hells to secure an alliance with the archdevil Tiamat. Tiamat gifted the Githyanki our red dragons. Gith remained in the Hells, and Tiamat's envoy proclaimed Vlaakith our ruler. The first Vlaakith of many. It is Vlaakith 157 whom our people now call Queen. Our current Vlaakith has claimed undeath and reigned for 1,000 years. But it was the first whom Orpheus tried to slay. Orpheus is Gith's only son. He led his mother's own honor guard in a coup against Vlaakith I. It was Kithrak Voss himself who slayed the prince in vicious battle, or so the Varshes teach us. Yet the Prince of the Comet's been with us, subdued by that repugnant Illithid. Should Orpheus go free, he would tear Vlaakith's empire to pieces and build new glory from the scraps.
Then Voss was right. Orpheus is the seed of Vlaakith's demise.
The seed and the sower. Every word Voss spoke, he spoke true. Orpheus is the living proof of the Queen's lies, and the living weapon that conquered our Gale slavers. One word from his lips, and the people would doubt. 2 words, and they would rage. 3 words, and they would bow to the true heir. If the Githyanki are to be free, the Prince of the Comet must lead the way.
I'd like to talk about Orpheus.
What about him?
Who were the hostile Githyanki in the prism?
Orpheus's honor guard, loyal to the end. Trapped by Vlaakith in the same prism holding their noble prince, fruitlessly hacking at the sphere that contains him. They see us as Gale, tadpoled husks in the Emperor's thrall. I regret their deaths, but I pledge to live as they perished, in the service of Gith's son.
Why is he called the Prince of the Comet?
The historical slates describe Orpheus as a fearsome, terrible creature, powerful beyond measure, and enthralled by the Gale. So mad with power, he'd smash through the Githyanki Empire and deliver the shards to his illithid masters. And glowing with such psionic force that he and his red dragon blazed a trail through the skies. A lethal comet careening towards our people. Lies, of course. Vlaakith spread a false image of Orpheus as monstrous betrayer, and her knights as the butchers who sliced him through. She was right to fear him, I'll grant her that. So great is the comet, it could shatter her reign.
Why did Vlaakith keep Orpheus alive all those millennia ago?
The Emperor may be loathsome, but it's right. Orpheus can disrupt a gay hive mind. A talent like that makes the prince a powerful shield and a powerful weapon. Why destroy a weapon like that when you can contain it in a relic and keep it for yourself?
Why would Vlaakith want Orpheus dead now if he's so valuable alive?
A weapon is only an asset for as long as it isn't pointed at you. The means of Vlaakith's own end has been ripped away from her. Better to have Orpheus killed than to risk his escape. Better to risk the rise of illithids than let the Prince of the Comet deny her the godhood she craves.
Yeah, you don't look different at all.
Unless nobody else has exclaimies around town. No.
I can look for Shardy, but I don't know where she is.
I scrolled around and at least didn't see any on the map.
Yo, Shart, where are you at?
Damn, that ass do Shart.
Girl.
Let's see, where even is Will normally? Wait, where is anybody? I think it unloaded everyone who's not in our party because I only see Asterion.
Oh yeah, huh?
I guess we finished the rest or something?
Oh yeah, it's probably because we're asleep and then we were attacked, so it's technically in like a battle map.
So I think it just loaded the people who were in town.
Oh, here's Shunt. What's up, Shunter?
So, there's been a mind flayer inside the artifact, or astral prism, the whole time we've had it. Sounds like utter madness, even though I've seen it with my own eyes.
I'm kind of coming
The more
around.
I learn, the less I understand just why I was sent to retrieve that thing. But it matters little now.
I don't know if I
do
love...
not serve Shah anymore, nor the Mother Superior. The prism is no longer my mission. Saving my parents is. But I digress. Did you want something?
I don't know if I love the silver hair, but I like the haircut.
She's having an entire personal crisis and you're just staring at her hair the entire time. Like,
It's very distracting, right?
I can't believe she cut her hair to look like her hero, Canth.
She did. We have the same haircut now, which is a problem.
Maybe you should change.
I'll give it a look. I'll look in the mirror and see what kind of cursed abomination I can inflict on everyone.
Just go unshart yourself.
Well,
you can't have my hair either.
I'm not gonna take your hair. I think your hair is ugly and dumb.
Damn.
Gods. A mind flayer's been getting their tentacles all over our dreams this whole time. I'm really not not sure about putting any trust at all in this thing. It's already shown itself a liar. I've got my eyes on the Emperor, and Karlach doesn't blink.
Not wrong about the fact that he's lied to us, but also being disgusted that there's a mind flayer in your dreams is very funny when there's been a mind flayer in our literal brain this entire time.
Yeah.
When I first met you, saving yourself from Ceramorphosis was your greatest wish. And yet now, you've stepped closer to embracing it. I trust your leadership and respect your decisions, but I truly hope this is not something we come to regret.
If these dialogue options are still there? Oh my god, my face. Yeah, I don't look different at all, Toaster.
You don't look that different. You look less old and weathered.
How dare you? That was magnificent.
Were you?
Now I have a blood poison.
Because the...
Quite the rug pull, eh? A mind flayer manipulating us this whole time.
Normally I do that.
Such creatures are not to be trusted as a general rule, though this one does appear to have had a significant hand in our survival up to this point. At best, an ally whose motivations remain shrouded in deceit. We should be wary of what such an alliance may cost us.
No, the new look looks good on you. You actually look younger, which is weird. I think your character sliders, I think the thing, we talked about it last time, but like the mature slider is like, you move it like an inch down the bar and it's like, all right, that's like a little baby 14-year-old to a 20-year-old. And then you move it like another inch and it's like, you're an 80-year-old monster that's about to crumble into dust. So I think it literally did take away some of the weathering on your face and made you look younger, which is interesting.
I should just make myself look unreasonably younger now.
You can always go give yourself a makeover.
We've been given a rare gift, an astral touch tadpole, with the power to grant you a new, partial illithid form.
I can only imagine what I could do were I to adopt the biology of a mind flayer. Certainly doesn't seem to have done you any harm. Or rather, you've not yet done me any harm. Still, there are undoubtedly risks to such a transformation.
Like double cancer. You will wield this power well, and with wisdom. There aren't many I'd trust with this. Oh god, convince him to do it. Favorable beginnings because we've never interacted before. Well, that was easy. Now you're an exploding mind flayer. That's exciting.
I mean, this just unlocks the menu,
What the
I
fates
think.
have offered to aid our cause, then who am I to refuse? I'll take your tadpole. Let's see what it has to offer.
Usually people are less likely to offer to take my tadpole.
Go ahead. I'm listening.
How are you feeling? It can't be easy facing the possibility of death.
Oh, you know me, never the optimist. I'm trying to focus on the positives. Truth is, I was living on borrowed time already. Consuming those items would only have kept the orb sated for so long. If anything, I feel more at peace than I have in months. At least now I know my death will have purpose. It won't be a distant bang in the footnotes of history.
My face is falling off. Tee-hee, ooh.
So, we owe our lack of tentacles to one of the very creatures that kidnapped us. At least my lack of tentacles. I'm not sure what's next for you.
I want to discuss the astral touch tadpole.
Don't look at me like that. I know what you're going to say. The answer is no. No.
But it'd be fun. Unlike you to be so unwilling to receive a new power.
That was before I knew the cost. Before I knew it meant transforming into some grotesque beast. I remember how it hurt when I turned into a vampire. My body writhed and warped while I was utterly helpless. The grip of death owned my heart as it beat its last. I don't want to turn into anything else. I can't do that again. I can't watch my body be taken over.
You're afraid?
I am not. I just don't want to lose my God's given good looks, really. Wouldn't that be a crime?
Your illicit powers are the only reason you can stand up to Cazador. This will help you defeat him.
I'm really not sure.
Tell me of the weakest moment you ever felt in those 200 years. Exactly 18 again on my own.
As you pick apart his mind, you discover his worst memory. That which brings him the purest terror. Complete solitude after being disobedient. Sealed, buried alive. Voiceless.
I'll be right
Will
back.
this be forever? A year of horror, then the release. He will never disobey again.
You never want to risk that again, even if it means becoming part illithid.
Damn it. Damn you. All right. I'll do it.
Oop.
Life pulses from within. The parasite's thoughts whisper at the edge of your mind. It wants to share itself with you. It wants to be let in.
Go on. Don't be afraid. It only wants to help you evolve.
Probe with the tadpole's intentions. Good. Well, that's a bad roll. There we go.
The tadpole screams for growth with painful intensity. It has been starved of life, of purpose. It welcomes your probing like a void waiting to be filled. If you let it, it will evolve you. Just as the Emperor said. Your thoughts swirl with possibility. Your body strengthened, your mind bolstered, your very self expanded. All within your reach, if you open your mind to the parasite. A coldness seeps through your veins as the tadpole awakens, its yearning almost unbearable. Your mind is a veritable feast. The tadpole's essence courses through you. Where it touches, your flesh, glands, organs contract and flood with pure thought. You feel different. Your body has never felt more connected. Your mind present in every flex of a joint or muscle.
Perhaps, once the others see what you can do, they will consider trying it for themselves.
It definitely does remove the age weathering on the character's face to replace it with the veins. You can see it in Asterian's face as well.
Asterian looks a lot less good like that.
He does. He looks like he was assaulted.
His face looks like somebody splashed ink on it. Like it's a rough swap.
Meanwhile, you look better.
Let's see, where's this mirror? Oh, I thought it was next to the skeleton.
It's just outside the camp, but on the hill.
It did seem like a reasonable thing to propose. Like, it was a little bit of a... I mean, Gale's in a suicide mission, so I'm like, take whatever power you feel like. But Asterian is literally relying on the tadpole to escape from Kazdor's wrath, and is afraid of what's going to happen when he does get freed of it. So I'm like, I feel like I know the solution here, buddy. Let's see if I can... Let's see how hair and whatnot combines with this appearance. General.
If you do hate it, we can just reload. But it does seem pretty neat that you can fly now.
I don't think yeah, I think the maturity slider just doesn't affect his face anymore.
Yeah, interesting.
Interesting.
So yeah, you were cranked up. You were a 95-year-old orc.
I need a hairstyle that fits a little bit better with this particular face. I also already had a face marking on half my face.
Rid of it?
No, it's still there.
Okay. I was gonna say I didn't think it did.
It's just now that they're almost the same color, so it looks a little odd. Let's see, body art. There we go. I'm a bit different now. Alright, save. And,
take your helmet off so I can see.
Why is yours not visible? Let's see.
I have it toggled.
How do you toggle just the helm?
Hover over the helmet, and then you can toggle show helmet.
Show helmet.
Nice. That actually does look good.
Which setting is it currently in? Yeah, hide helmet. There we go. I made my face marking purple, so it's not the same color as the rest of the corruption. My character was just one color, and I'm like, I already had a marking coming out of my eye this whole time, which felt oddly fitting because of the whole illithid in my eye thing. But now my face is just covered in stuff. And let's see. I turned his maturity down, so maybe now his back isn't quite as wrinkled. No, it's still wrinkled as fuck. This is what they made half-orcs look like. There's just weirdly intense lower back wrinkles in this character. It's strange to me. I should just download a horny bara mod.
You can do that.
That's the real fix. The fact that half-orcs aren't any bigger than everyone else is like, hang on a minute, man. That was the deal. And see, I don't want to make a Karlach use the slug.
Might save her from the infernal engine.
Maybe. I don't know if that's the case. She's gonna explode. But yeah, Gale's on a suicide mission, and Asterion specifically does need a long-term solution to getting re-mind controlled, which will happen the moment his worm gets removed.
Well, I mean, the other big thing is that he's a vampire. He wouldn't be able to walk in the day without it.
Yeah, so it saves him from all of his current problems, so maybe he should just embrace the new norm if it lets him go and have a life.
Yeah.
Hey, soldier.
I do like that she calls you soldier.
Yeah. Even though you're the soldier. Tell me more about your relationship with Gortash.
He got his claws into me early. I was a wild kid, brawling my way through the city. One of my mates got wind of a bit of work guarding some indoorsy type with lots of enemies. Seemed like easy money, so I went in for it. He took one look at me and said I was perfect. I like that. Not like that, you know. Just, it felt like a good fit. I kept him safe and he paid me well. Well enough to move into a better neighborhood and put something away for the future. My future. I respected him, trusted him. And he returned that trust, that respect. His life was in my hands, and I took that seriously. The whole thing with Zariel happened so fast. I had no idea what had gone down until it was over. One minute I was in Baldur's Gate, a happy, healthy, not quite kid. The next, I was burning up in Avernus with an engine for a heart. Zariel laughed. Said she paid him well for my services. She'd wanted to test her new machine, and he said I'd be able to handle it. He was right. Sometimes I wish he weren't. Evil, evil bastard.
So about making you not explode, though. Any leads on that?
Hey, soldier.
The fact that I was already talking about how much overlap there is between people who are either trying to escape their current devotion or they're trying to renew their devotion. But the fact that two of our party members are going to explode is like it's just 2 nickels, but it's weird that it happened twice moment. I'm worried about what Damon said about your engine. We need to get you back to Avernus or it's going to blow.
Listen, I'm never going back. If you said I could die right now or live 1,000 years in the hells, I'd choose to go out now with my freedom intact. I don't expect anyone to understand that. But I've been dealt a hand most people don't have to contemplate playing.
I respect your decision.
Thanks, soldier. Your support means I've got one less thing to worry about. That means a lot to me. You really are the best of the best. Of the best.
Let's see. Houston I talked to. I did the loop around there. Infected 2 people with brain slugs, just yerking it up. That'd be a good yerk.
I can't believe the horrible thing you just did to Asterian's face. Can't believe you convinced him.
I'm not psyched about his face, but I think my logic was sound.
Can't believe you would just abuse Asterion like that. He's a victim, Keith. You did that to him.
How dare you social justice language me at a time like this?
I can't believe Ceramorphosis couldn't be me.
You would take it in an instant. You weren't given the option. You'd be so excited.
I'm thinking strategically about who needs more power, and strategically speaking, I do not need more power right now.
Thou hast now a bosom companion. Take care that thou art not distracted on thy quest, seeking the comforts of the flesh.
Thou hast now a bosom companion? Excuse me?
Recall that in time, all becomes dust and bone.
I think the most startling thing is that he's chastising me over being in a relationship with Will and not the brain slug. Oh, our primary objective is to dominate the nether brain, Owo. Oh, I guess we have two objectives, control or destroy. Whoever has control over the nether brain will hold unspeakable power. We could dominate it and have 1,000 kingdoms at our command. Or if the nether brain is too powerful to let live, destroying it may be the smartest thing to do. Can't wait for you and me to fight over which thing to do. Githyanki warrior. Lae'zel is eager to speak with Kithrak Voss at Sharas's caress. He knows someone who can help free Orpheus from his prison. Wizard of Waterdeep. Gale wants to learn more about the Netherese crown controlling the Elderbreen. There's a sorceress sundries in Baldur's Gate. Alright. How do we go to Baldur's Gate? Is it just leave camp? Oh, I think it was.
We must find where Gortash and Orin have established themselves and take their nether stones.
What's that, Asterion?
Baldur's Gate is right over the hills. And so is Cazador. And we are no closer to knowing why that bastard is so obsessed with getting me back.
You have any more leads?
I think we should track down my fellow Spawn. I'm not exactly looking forward to a reunion, but perhaps they'll know something. If we can find them, we can force them to tell us what he's been doing since I was gone. And honestly, I imagine they'll be coming for me in the night if I don't.
Where would the other spawn be?
Unless Cazador has changed their orders, they'll be in the dens of this town, seeking prey. We should get to them first. Then we can make their pretty tongues talk.
Pretty tongues. I think he might be gay. Alright, our final map, maybe. Or final act, I think. Let's see. I only recently found out that this game's level capped at level 12.
Yep.
Which I guess makes sense, because aren't you basically God when you hit level 20 in Baldur's Gate lore? Like, just unreasonably
in Dungeons and
powerful.
Dragons, level 20 characters are yeah, essentially gods.
And then with him, oop.
Excuse me. I can't find my mum.
That's your problem, kid. Get lost.
But, I don't know where to go.
But I'm literally a minor.
It is not clear enough for you, child. Perhaps a flash of my weapon will get the message across.
Just stay put, kid. Your mom will come find you soon, I'm sure.
She better. It's getting really sad in here.
Huh?
Okay.
Talk to
Goodbye,
the
child.
dog.
Puppy?
Or the cat, whatever that is. Big
Grub?
cat.
That's a, yeah. Let's see, where's my talk to animals button? Why can I upcast this? This doesn't do anything, right? No. Okay. Speaking of which, here you go.
Yes, we should Longstrider everyone.
And here I go. And here you go. Here you go. And then here you go. And then here you go. And then
you can Longstrider them, can't you?
Yeah, but I'm summoning them all still. There we go. And then here you go. And then here you go. It's fine. This is just druid rituals. I just gotta prepare. It's just 7 hours of summoning and casting. Okay, there. I'm good until the next rest. The stupid class. All right.
Well, we only have one short rest, so that's gonna be quick.
Just a cat. But please, talk to Yenna.
Why are you so scared?
Why are you so nosy?
Is Yenna mistreating you?
Yenna is my best friend. She's kind. Help her, not me.
May I pet you?
Please don't.
Alright. Cool cat, I guess.
You can talk to the kid if you want to.
Excuse me. I can't find my mum.
Where did you last see her?
She was sick. She had spots on her face and hands. She went to go get some herbs, and she was supposed to come back the same day. That was last 10 day, though.
I can conjure berries for the child. What is it? Peaches and cream, peaches and cream.
Yeah.
I'm a little lad that loves berries and cream.
Wow,
That's the one.
Thank you. Mum loved food like this. Simple is best, she always said. I'll look for her. I think she'll probably come soon. Thanks a lot.
See the city.
Berries and cream, berries and cream. What a fucking nightmare commercial. It aired so much. The only thing I miss about commercials is the shared culture, the shared experience of everyone having to deal with them.
Yeah, the monoculture.
But now whenever I get commercials, it's no one else remembers them anyway, so what's the point?
Oh. Lots of bodies.
Really close to everyone else, too. Oh, my camera's freaking out. No, my camera's too upstairs right now. Ugh. Can't see where I'm going. So what's with these bodies? Is this the other
I
side
think
of the
they're
wall?
burning people who are plagued by something.
Okay, it's outside the wall.
Passage this way, I'm afraid. Turn back. It's for your own good.
Sure, dude. Whatever you say.
We told our son that this is a holiday to spare him the truth. We don't have homes to go back to.
Wasn't he just upstairs? Like at a dead end? Where, what does he mean by don't go any further? Like, what is he in the way? Oh,
he's saying we can't get through the gate.
Oh, he's at the top of the ladder.
Yeah.
That's why we
The fact that he can go all the way around is very goofy.
one foot in front of the other.
Who's this person, I guess?
Turn back, citizen. No passage in this direction.
Why not?
It's bloodier than a butcher's backyard out there. Piles of dead absolutists, and a few of our own as well.
Gotcha.
The cultists assaulted the gate, armed to the teeth trying to break in. They nearly had it too, before the Steel Watch intervened.
Steel Watch. Is that some sort of fancy new rank of city watchman?
A little more than that. You'll see for yourself soon enough if you head to the city.
Nearly there now. You can see the city. Up on
This
the hill.
is so many characters. I'm scared.
It's up there.
You?
Can't talk. I'm sorry. The little one needs all of my attention.
Long pause. Just every time I say anything, this child says, "But why?" And then we're in a loop. It's been 3 hours.
The place was empty. Keep those thugs away from my family.
Danuvia! Get these squatters out of my house now!
Arthur, sweetheart, you paid me and my boys to be caravan guards, not cattle wranglers. If you want us to get our hands dirty, it'd be our pleasure. But that'll be extra.
The army of the Absolute is mere days away, and you're bickering over property ownership.
This is my home. I may pride myself on my philanthropy, but I draw the line at being a halfway house. Zenobia and I are just navigating a slight contractual disagreement. Not that it's any of your concern.
Look, I know the guild's rates. I'll solve your problem for half the cost.
You don't exactly look desperate for gold, but I can't help but admire such solid business acumen. Very well. Get the job done, and you'll be paid and be in my good graces.
Do you think you're clever coming in and undercutting us, sweetheart? We were about to make a bit of extra cash before you butted in. You owe the guild a cut.
The Guild, a loose coalition unifying every criminal outfit in the city under one collective rule, from cut purses to contract killers.
That was a mistake on your part, sweetie. A mistake the guild will hear about. Come
Fight
on,
me.
boys. We've got places to be.
It's been 5 minutes. You making enemies already?
Yeah. They tried to pick a fight with me? They kidding?
We're here to network.
See, those animals are out of the picture. Can we stay now? Or are you going to turn us next?
Take this coin, find a safe house in the city. You don't want mercenaries near your kids.
I don't want to take charity from some stranger. But I will. For the sake of my daughter, thank you. We'll get going as soon as we've got our things together.
All's well that ends well, eh? I'm sure the guild will be in touch with any concerns.
Squatters are gone. The house is all yours.
At long last. Here's your payment, as we agreed. I've got so much to do now, I'd really better get on with it. Excuse me, would you?
$328 gold. All right.
Where the fuck even are you over there? There is a building. Okay.
Nearly there now. Get me started. See the city up on the hill.
Oh, there's an ox.
Was it the bad ox, the one that wanted to go to Baldur's Gate?
Do try the grass, should it take your fancy. Such sweetness should be shared.
He's a communist ox.
He's a nice ox. Not the weird ox.
We never did figure out what the weird ox's deal was. He was just
all
a
we knew
weird
is that he
ox.
wanted to go to Baldur's Gate, and he seemed very ominous.
Yeah, we just didn't have the skills to get through him.